Hello and welcome to the unbelievably beautiful Phi Phi Island of Thailand. In this video today, I'm going to share with you how I went from broke and homeless at 27 years old to now living in Thailand full-time as an online entrepreneur. And yeah, I'm going to break that down in this video, exactly how I did it, and you can too. Okay, so a little story about me, and I will keep it short. So when I was around 27, I was absolutely dead broke. I was in around £25,000 worth of debt. I was paying back £1 a month on a debt repayment scheme, and I had a 248 credit score, and I was sleeping on couches, and I pretty much hit absolutely rock bottom. I was depressed, I was broke and broken, and yeah, pretty much at rock bottom. Now, the great thing about being at rock bottom is the only way is up. And as I look back on my journey from being at my lowest of my low to being where I am now and earning money on my laptop and, you know, having the freedom to travel around the world, I can look back and see that there were 6 things in particular that I did that allowed me to really change my life. Now, what this video isn't going to be it's not going to be you should start a social media marketing agency. It's not going to be you should start dropshipping, you should start FBA, you should start trading crypto, any of that. I've got nothing to sell you, nothing like that, right? This is more higher level principles that you can follow so that you can eventually find what's right for you. What's right for one person who's trading crypto or dropshipping may not be right for you. So I'd rather share the higher level principles that you can take and actually use them to actually change your life. Not create a fad, not do something that's going to allow you to make money for the next 3 months, but allow you to make money for the next 50 years. So now I'm going to share what these 6 steps are that when I look back, I can see that these are the things that really change the trajectory of my life. From working on building sites, getting up and at 6 in the morning, getting to the building sites at 7 in the morning, wearing disgusting, dirty clothes, earning minimum wage, working in the freezing cold, drilling into ceilings with crap pouring in my eyes, to working in nightclubs till 4:30 in the morning, cleaning dishes. Imagine the impact it does to your mind about your self-worth and who you are when you're 27, 28 years old and you're cleaning dishes in a nightclub where people that are 18, 19 go into. It messes with your mind. And yeah, that's just my journey. That's what I've been on. And right, these 6 things, let's get to it. So number 6 is read. Reading is one of the most important things that you can do, or certainly that I started to do. I never read ever. And that was a huge mistake. One of the great things about reading is you can take the wisdom and the knowledge of someone's entire lifetime, their entire expertise, condense it into a book that you can read for a week, and then take that knowledge, take that wisdom, and bring it into your life. If I look back, I can see that there were several books that absolutely just changed my life. One of them was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I know, a little bit cheesy, a little bit old, but that was the first sort of personal development book that I'd read. And to realize that the power of thought could change your life was absolutely mind-blowing to me. The other one was Unlimited Power by Tony Robbins. There was so many little nuggets of wisdom in here, but understanding that nothing had any meaning except the meaning that we give it, right? And that when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change, we can reframe something, right? If something terrible happens, we can say, this is a terrible thing that happened to me, or this is a fantastic opportunity for me to learn from this and grow back better, right? There's nothing has any meaning. We assign meaning to it, and we can strip it of its meaning, reframe it, and come back with a more empowered viewpoint. And the third book was 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. This completely was paradigmatic for me. It changed my entire worldview and the way that I approached work. You know, we often think that work is, you know, should we get a job, should we do this? It just changed the way that I thought about making money completely, but not also that, but how I should live my life. You know, we sort of are born into this rat race of thinking we get a job, we work forever, blah, 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 and eventually we retire at 65 and then we live. And this just sort of said, hey, no, live now. There is a way that you can generate income and you can live now. And that book was the catalyst for me ending up here in Thailand. Step 5 is to study. right? Get very good and get very knowledgeable in one specific field. When I look back, I can see that I started studying marketing. Now, I originally looked at Facebook ads and Shopify. That was the thing that I looked at first. That was how I sort of made my first little bit of money online, was drop shipping. Yeah, around 6 years ago, back when it was a little bit easier. And I got very good in that one specific field. And by getting good in one specific field, you can make a little bit of money. You can get relatively good at one thing, be it working for yourself, or because you're good in one specific field, you can get a job. You can go get a job actually earning money. It can be a remote job because you're good at one specific field. If someone is looking for a Facebook ads marketer, then you can apply to be a job as a Facebook ads marketer, right? But then also, if you are looking to work for yourself, then you can get clients who are looking for Facebook ads marketers. So by having one specific skill, which is in demand, which you can charge for, that allows you to actually generate a little bit of an income. But that only comes from actually learning. So point 5 is to study and get good at one specific skill. Step 4, or point 4, is to studying, right? Study again, but in an adjacent field. Okay, so let's say, for example, you are good at Facebook ads. That's one skill. But what other skills are adjacent to that? Well, maybe you can also get good at landing page design. Maybe you can get good at email marketing. And within email marketing, you can get good at copywriting, right? So there's different adjacent skills which make up more of like a more generalized field of competence. So you keep studying. You don't just say, right, now I'm good at one thing. Now I'm going to look at the adjacent skill sets that's going to make me more of a generalist entrepreneur. And what that's going to allow you to do is really two things. One, from your own business and your own little hustles and your own things that you're doing, you can do more. Your business can go from being relatively profitable to wildly profitable because you can expand, because you've expanded your sphere of competence. And whilst you've expanded your sphere of competence, now you can do more, and therefore, because you're doing more, you're getting more results. But secondly, and this was sort of the way that it certainly benefited me, was you just become a far more valuable person. Like when you are a generalist person and you've got multiple different skill sets within a sort of specific field, you are wildly different to much of the talent that is out there in the marketplace. So for me, when I was looking at getting a job, it was like, well, yes, I can do this thing, but I can do this too. And employers would look at that and go, wow, this person's really bringing something else to the table. So that would be point 4. Yes, okay. Point 5 was, hey, you get very good at one skill. But point 4 is you look at the other connected skills to that. What is the general sphere of influence? And then get good at those other skills. It's going to help your hustle, and it's going to help your potential employment opportunities if you're looking to become a digital nomad. Point number 3 is learn to sell. Now, sell has a little bit of a little bit of a dirty feel to it, right? But it isn't at all. Once you know how to sell, you essentially have the confidence that you'll always be okay. Good businesses will always need good salespeople and good marketing people. Whereas if you can actually sell, this is a skill which is going to help you in all different areas of your life. When it comes to dating, when it comes to interviews, getting a job, when it comes to closing potential freelance clients, knowing how to sell is a superpower because it isn't selling, it's influencing. And when you have the ability to influence, you have a slightly more elevated sense of freedom over the way the puzzle pieces of your life fall together or align. And yeah, having the ability to influence people in, of course, a positive way that's good for you and good for them is extremely powerful. So again, looking at, say, point 5, you are getting good in one specific field, and then you're looking at point 4, you're looking at the adjacent skills that would make you more generalist in that area. Great, now you're a more generalist entrepreneur. And then 3, you can sell. Now you can go out and actually sell that thing. And at that point, when you can sell, when you can sell, there is nothing stopping you from doing your own thing. If you've got a skill that you can charge for, and you've got a rounded skill set that makes you more valuable, and you can go and sell that thing, there is nothing stopping you from going out there, chasing your dreams and making these things happen other than your own fear. I just want to rudely interrupt my own video here just to sort of reinforce that the method matters far less than actually becoming the person capable of doing it. So when I started by making money drop shipping, and I had online fitness brands that had lots of ambassadors or sponsored athletes. and I sold fitness clothing, and I launched 2 of those. And then I launched a makeup brand, and then ran Facebook ads for like hair curlers and rubbish like this. Then I moved into social media marketing agencies. Then I moved into having a Google ads and like landing page or lead gen agency. And now I'm moving more into like group coaching and productized services / software. So, you know, there can be a developmental journey, but it doesn't matter. There's so many ways to make money online. You can be a remote employee, right? You can have a social media marketing agency, you can trade crypto, you can trade Forex, you can do all of these different things. The point is, somebody will make money with all of these different things, but will you make money from just one of them? And that's why I didn't really want to go into the specific types of business models you can run, because the main thing is that you become the type of person that can go out there and create the life of your dreams just by doing one of them. The second one was to set goals, but not just any goals. One of the mistakes that I made early on was setting goals that didn't necessarily align with the way I wanted my life to go. I set goals around creating a software business that I was going to sell for £1 billion. And that didn't align in my life. What I wanted freedom. I wanted the freedom to be where I want to be and do what I want to do whenever the I want to do it. And creating a $1 billion or £1 billion software business does not align with that, because you're beholden to VCs and investors, and you've got targets and you've got growth, all this other stuff. It was, my goals were out of alignment of the things I actually wanted in my life. So setting the right goals is extremely important. So it's very useful to think, what do you actually want from life? Like, what do you actually want? What do you actually want? And that is not an easy question to answer. I reached out to a monk recently on email, and I had a couple of questions, and he sent this about 6 months ago, and he was like, well, what do you want? And I still not replied, because these things aren't always clear. But for me, what I do know is that I want freedom to go where I want to go and do what I want to do whenever the fuck I want to do it. Now, that may be a goal that you have, maybe that isn't a goal that you have. Maybe you've got a completely different vision for your life, should we say. But depending on your vision, you can then create a goal. Now, goals should be very specific, right? They should be outcome oriented, they should be time constrained, all of that lovely stuff there. But they should ultimately align with your vision. But if you're setting goals that you want to earn $10 million a year, and you have, and your presumption is that $10 million a year is going to make you happy, well, that's a faulty assumption. The data shows that after around $70,000, $80,000 a year, there's no increase in your subjective sense of well-being and happiness. So if all of the extra work and extra effort that goes in from you making 80K a year to the million a year, all of that is wasted, because it's based on the faulty assumption that you're going to be happier because you're earning more money. So it's really like, and imagine you could waste 10, 15, 20 years of your life earning the extra from 80K to 1 million, only to find out 20 years later, you're not any happier because the assumption was wrong. And it's really powerful to look at your assumptions about what you think you want from life. Get really clear on what it is that you actually want. What is your actual vision for your life? And then set goals that align with that vision. There's a really powerful saying that says you can spend your entire life climbing up a ladder only to find it's leaning up against the wrong wall. And the last one, point number 1, and this might be a bit of a strange one, is to meditate. Meditation absolutely changed my life. And I tell you what, we have an identification, we have an ego, we have an idea of who we think we are. And the results that we get from our life are based on the result of who we think we are, right? We think we are a certain person, and we think we're capable of a certain thing, and we get those results. All of that is bollocks, right? It's all complete confusion. And I realized when I look back, the results that I got in my life were because of who I thought I was and what I thought I was capable of. And I had limiting beliefs, I had negative thoughts, I had fears, I had insecurities, deep-seated feelings of unworthiness. These are all things that we all battle with. And those battles that we're having with ourselves is energy that could be spent on going out there and creating the life of our dreams, as well as helping alleviate the suffering that we feel along that journey. So the ability to disidentify from your continual stream of thoughts gives you a far more elevated sense of free will over the trajectory of your life. When you can see the doubts coming in, I mean, when I look back, when I was like 27, 28 years old and working in the club, and I'm cleaning these dishes at like 3 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning for like 19-year-old kids that are partying, that can be damaging to your confidence and your attitude and everything like that. But then the ability to say, that's a negative thought. That's a self-judgment. This is a general feeling of defeatism. The ability to observe that and let it pass, and then find that sense of confidence and peace and equanimity within yourself is extremely powerful. So yeah, the reason meditation is so powerful is because you can stop being the stream of the negative thoughts and defeatist thoughts that you might be having and all the doubts, and instead look at them. And because you can look at them, they're now no longer subjective, right? They're no longer the way you look through the world. It's something you look objectively at. So you're separated from those negative thoughts. And because you're now separated from those negative thoughts, you aren't identified with them, and you're free to create a new identity, a new empowered identity that's going to help you go out there and create the life of your dreams. So anyway, they are 6 things that, as I look back on my journey, they are the things that pretty much in order really helped change my life and helped me go from, as I said, sleeping on couches, cleaning dishes, having no money and an absolutely battered credit score, paying back £1 a month, to now living here in Thailand, earning great money with tons of free time, doing things I love. I am living the life that I wished for myself back when I read the 4-Hour Workweek. Back when I read that, it seemed so far away. It seemed so far out of reach. It didn't seem possible for me because who I was broke, homeless, okay, earning like basically no money. And I was miserable, depressed, broken. It just was so far away. But you just have to keep on keeping on. And yes, I hope you found this valuable. If you did find this valuable, please do think about giving the channel a subscribe. I mean, if you made it this far, my goodness, thank you and well done. Please do think about giving the channel a subscribe. Also, I do have a weekly newsletter, somewhat weekly, called Trippy Tuesdays. If you click the link in the pinned comment and or description below this video, there will be a link to go to a page, enter your name and email address, and I will send you relatively frequent pieces of information into your email that I promise you will not be spammy and horrible and will add value to your life. But thank you so much for watching and stay real.